Caring for someone on hemodialysis. It's not just about treatments on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's about meals, medications, emotions, and you holding it all together. In this video, we break it down step by step, everything you need to know to keep your loved ones safe, strong, and supported. Let's dive into your complete caregiver guide, because your care matters more than you know. Let's start at the beginning. What exactly is hemodialysis, and why is it so critical? When someone experiences kidney failure, it means their kidneys can no longer perform the essential job of filtering waste and excess fluid from their blood. This isn't just inconvenient, it's life-threatening. That's where hemodialysis steps in. Think of it as a high-tech, life-saving filter. Through a process that typically lasts 3 to 5 hours per session, the patient's blood is removed from the body, passed through a special machine called a dialyzer, and then returned, cleaned and balanced. For those on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, this happens 3 times a week. It's not just a routine, it becomes a way of life. But dialysis isn't easy. The process can be physically draining. After a session, it's very common for your loved one to feel extremely tired, dizzy, or even nauseous. Some feel cold or chilled, due to changes in blood flow and temperature. As a caregiver, understanding these effects is essential. Your support on dialysis days, especially in the hours afterward, can make all the difference in how your loved one feels, recovers, and faces the next treatment. So remember, while hemodialysis may seem like a machine-based process, it's deeply human. Behind every tube and beep is someone you love, and someone who needs you more than ever. Now let's talk about the rhythm of your week. For your loved one, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday aren't just dates on the calendar. They're dialysis days, days that demand energy, endurance, and recovery. Each dialysis session pulls toxins and fluid from the body, yes, but it also takes a toll on the system. Think of these days not as treatment days, but as recovery days. So what does that mean for you as a caregiver? It means your role is to create an environment of comfort, safety, and healing. Your goals on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are simple, yet powerful. Prioritize rest, provide warmth, ensure gentle hydration, and above all, offer emotional support. Let's break that down with a few practical tips for after dialysis. First, offer a light, protein-rich meal. Think soft eggs, grilled chicken, or even a mild fish dish. Their body needs protein to rebuild, but their appetite may be low, so keep it simple, nourishing, and easy to digest. Next, create a cozy environment. After dialysis, many patients feel chilled or physically drained. Offer warm socks, a favorite blanket, or a comfy chair by the window. Sometimes, comfort is the best medicine. Then, encourage rest, not just physical rest, but emotional unwinding too. Don't pressure them to talk, clean, or do chores. Just let them be. Let the body do its healing work. Finally, monitor for symptoms. This is critical. Look for signs of low blood pressure, fatigue, headaches, nausea, or muscle cramps. Take mental notes or even keep a daily recovery journal. The sooner you spot changes, the sooner the care team can respond. These small actions, prepared meals, quiet time, a warm room, may seem simple, but to your loved one, they're everything. They say, "I see you. I support you. I've got you." And that's exactly what makes you not just a caregiver, but a healer. Let's talk about something absolutely critical, and often overlooked, medications. For someone on hemodialysis, Managing medications isn't just a daily task. It's a life-saving routine. Most dialysis patients take multiple medications each day, each one playing a specific and vital role in keeping the body balanced. So, what kinds of medications are we talking about? First, we have phosphate binders. These are taken with meals to help the body get rid of excess phosphorus, because when the kidneys stop working, phosphorus builds up fast, and that can damage bones, blood vessels, and the heart. Second, there's erythropoietin, or EPO, usually given as an injection at the dialysis clinic. This hormone helps the body make red blood cells. Without it, many dialysis patients would develop severe anemia, leaving them weak, pale, and tired. Third, we have blood pressure medications. These need special attention, because blood pressure can drop significantly during or after dialysis. Timing is key. Never assume a routine. Always follow your nephrologist's instructions carefully. And then, there are nutritional supplements like vitamin D, calcium, and iron. These help keep bones strong, prevent anemia, and support the overall mineral balance that dialysis disrupts. But all of these medications only work if they're taken the right way, at the right time. And that's where you, the caregiver, make all the difference. Here's what you can do. 1. Use a pill organizer. A simple weekly box can prevent missed doses or double doses. 2. Keep a medication chart. Track what's taken and when. Include notes like, hold before dialysis or, take with food. 3. And most importantly, communicate with the clinic. If your loved one skips a dose, has a side effect, or seems off, say something. Their care team can only help if they know what's happening at home. Remember, medications aren't just pills. They're protection, they're power, they're precision tools in the fight to keep your loved one stable and strong. And by managing them well, you're not just helping with health, you're helping preserve energy, dignity, and life itself. Remember, medications don't work if they're not taken right. Caregivers are medication managers. If there's one thing every caregiver of a dialysis patient must take seriously, it's this: preventing infection. And here's why. For people on dialysis, their lifeline is their access site, whether it's a fistula, a graft, or a catheter. That access site is where needles are inserted or catheters are connected for each treatment. It's used several times a week, and that means it's at constant risk for infection. So as a caregiver, this becomes your number one daily job. First, protect the access site at all costs. That means keeping it clean, dry, and safe from bumps, scratches, or contamination. Next, watch carefully for early warning signs. Every day, check the access site for redness around the skin, swelling or any unusual lump, drainage, even if it seems small, and signs of warmth, pain, or fever. These aren't just symptoms. They're red flags that could indicate a serious, even life-threatening, infection. When cleaning the area, be gentle. Never scrub. Use the supplies recommended by your care team, no more, no less. And please, wash your hands before and after every single time you touch the site. Even if it looks clean. Even if you're just adjusting tape. It only takes one stray germ to cause a dangerous setback. If you ever suspect something's wrong, even if it's just a gut feeling, call the dialysis clinic or doctor immediately. Don't wait. Don't second guess. Remember, infections can escalate fast, but if caught early, they can be treated effectively. And your vigilance could be the reason your loved one stays out of the hospital, and in the comfort of home. In this journey, you are not only a caregiver, you are a guardian, and infection prevention, That's your shield. Remember, a few careful minutes each day can prevent a crisis tomorrow. One of the most important, but also one of the most challenging, parts of dialysis care is the diet. Because here's the truth, dialysis can only remove so much waste and excess fluid. The rest, it has to be managed through food and drink. So let's break down the dialysis diet do's and don'ts, starting with what to avoid. Avoid foods high in potassium. Now, potassium is essential for the heart and muscles, but too much can be deadly for someone with kidney failure. Watch out for foods like bananas, oranges and citrus fruits, and potatoes. These can send potassium levels dangerously high. Also avoid foods high in phosphorus. These include cheese, nuts, whole grain breads. Excess phosphorus weakens bones and makes the skin itchy and painful. And don't forget sodium. Salt is hidden in so many processed foods, canned soups, frozen meals, and yes, even pizza. Too much salt leads to swelling, thirst, and high blood pressure, all things you don't want on dialysis. But here's the good news, there's plenty your loved one can eat. Encourage high-quality protein. That means chicken, fish, eggs. Dialysis causes protein loss, so getting enough in the diet is crucial for strength and healing. Low-potassium vegetables are great too, like cucumbers, bell peppers, cabbage, and green beans. Cook them without heavy salt, and they're kidney-friendly and delicious. And for starches, choose white rice, pasta, and white bread. While these may not be trendy in today's whole grain world, they're lower in phosphorus, making them a safer choice for dialysis patients. And now let's talk about fluids. This is a big one. Dialysis patients can't just drink freely. The kidneys no longer regulate fluid naturally, so it builds up between sessions. The general recommendation: limit fluids to about 1 liter, or 32 ounces, per day. That includes soup, ice, and even water-rich fruits like watermelon. It's not always easy, especially on hot days, but the payoff is huge: less swelling, easier breathing, and safer dialysis sessions. So remember, every bite, every sip, it adds up. And as a caregiver, you have the power to turn each meal into a moment of health, healing, and connection. You're not just feeding a body, you're fueling a life. And that is something worth mastering. Remember, too much potassium can stop a heart. Dialysis-safe foods save lives. Vital signs tell a story. And for someone on dialysis, that story can change quickly. That's why tracking daily vitals is one of the most powerful tools you have as a caregiver. It helps you spot trouble before it turns into an emergency. Let's start with daily weight. Every morning, before eating or drinking anything, have your loved one step on the scale. This helps you track fluid buildup between dialysis sessions. A sudden weight gain, say, more than 2 or 3 pounds overnight, could mean the body is retaining fluid dangerously. And that puts pressure on the heart, lungs, and blood vessels. Next, monitor blood pressure, both before and after dialysis. Write it down every time. Dialysis can cause sharp changes in blood pressure, especially if too much fluid is removed too quickly. High or low readings may signal the need to adjust dialysis settings or medications. Be extra alert for the following warning signs between treatments: swelling in the feet, ankles, hands, or even face. Shortness of breath, especially when lying flat or walking. Muscle cramps, dizziness, or unusual fatigue that doesn't go away. These are all possible signs of fluid overload, electrolyte imbalances, or poor blood pressure control. The best way to stay ahead of the game: track everything. Use a small notebook, a printed chart, or even a free health tracking app. Include daily weight, blood pressure, any unusual symptoms, fluid intake, if possible. This log becomes your communication tool. Bring it to clinic visits. Share it with the nurse or nephrologist. Because when the care team can see patterns, they can make faster, better decisions. And the best part, this kind of consistent tracking empowers you. You'll start to notice small changes sooner. You'll feel more confident. And your loved one, they'll feel safer, because they know you've got their back. Every number you write down tells a piece of the story. Together, those numbers save lives. Remember, the smallest numbers can reveal the biggest problems. Let's talk about something that's often overlooked, but absolutely essential: mental and emotional health. Because dialysis isn't just hard on the body, it can be incredibly tough on the mind and spirit. Imagine being told you have to spend hours in a chair, multiple days a week, every week, for the rest of your life. For many patients, dialysis brings a deep sense of loss. Loss of freedom, loss of independence, sometimes even loss of purpose. And with that comes stress, frustration, and yes, even depression. But here's something powerful for every caregiver to remember. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to fix their emotions. Just be present. Not perfect, just present. So how do you show up emotionally for your loved one? Let's walk through a few meaningful ways. First, validate their feelings. Let them vent. Let them be angry. Let them cry. Sometimes the best support is simply saying, "I hear you. And it's okay to feel this way." Encourage him to engage in light hobbies, even if it's just listening to music, coloring, journaling, or gardening. These small joys can be deeply grounding. Next, celebrate small wins. Did they make it through the week without missing a session? That's a win. Did they eat a dialysis-friendly meal today? That counts too. Every small success is fuel for the journey. And one big tip: avoid toxic positivity. Dialysis isn't always okay. And pretending that everything's fine all the time can make patients feel even more alone. So be honest. Be human. That authenticity builds trust. And healing starts with trust. And please, let's not forget you. Caregivers often carry the invisible load. And if you're not careful, it can lead to burnout, resentment, and emotional exhaustion. So care for yourself too. Whether that means setting boundaries, taking a walk, venting to a friend, or just taking 15 minutes to breathe deeply, your mental health matters just as much. Because when you care for yourself, you're better equipped to care for them. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. And together, day by day, you can build not just a routine, but a life filled with dignity, support, and love. As a caregiver, you're the front line of defense when it comes to spotting early warning signs. And when something seems off, your instincts matter. So here's the big question: when should you call the doctor or dialysis clinic? Let's be crystal clear. If your loved one shows any of the following signs, call immediately. First up, a fever over 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit, that is 38 degrees Celsius. This might seem small, but in someone on dialysis, it could be a sign of a serious infection. Don't wait it out, get on the phone. Next, chest pain or trouble breathing. These are red flags. Whether it's fluid overload or something more serious like heart strain, do not ignore this. Call emergency services or the clinic right away. Third, sudden weight gain. If they gain 2 to 3 pounds overnight, especially in between dialysis days, that's not just water weight. It could mean their body is retaining fluid dangerously fast. This can lead to high blood pressure, swelling, or even shortness of breath. Another critical sign: confusion, disorientation, or slurred speech. These could indicate an electrolyte imbalance, low blood sugar, or even stroke. This is a medical emergency. Get help immediately. And of course, any signs of infection at the access site. That means redness, swelling, drainage, warmth, pain, or foul smell. These infections can spread fast and become life-threatening if untreated. Bottom line: when in doubt, don't wait. Don't try to see how it goes. Don't worry about being overly cautious. Because when it comes to dialysis, we always say, better safe than sorry. A simple phone call could prevent a hospital stay, or even save a life. Being a dialysis caregiver is a job that runs from the moment you wake up, until long after the machine stops. But to help you stay organized and confident, here's your essential daily checklist. Let's walk through it together, step by step. First, medications. Make sure all daily medications are organized in a pill box or chart. Double check which medications to hold before dialysis, especially blood pressure medications, and which need to be taken with food, like phosphate binders. Keeping medications on track helps avoid complications later. Next, check the access site. Whether it's a fistula, graft, or catheter, take 30 seconds to look closely. Is there any redness, swelling, warmth, drainage? Catch infections early. It could save your loved one from a hospital stay. Meal preparation matters. Aim for low potassium, low phosphorus meals. Think grilled chicken, white rice, steamed green beans. Skip the cheese and dark sodas. What they eat today directly affects tomorrow's dialysis. Don't forget to record their weight and blood pressure. Weight should be taken first thing in the morning, before eating or drinking anything. Track blood pressure before and after dialysis days. These numbers help the clinic adjust fluid removal safely and prevent heart strain. Now here's something just as important. Take a moment to check in emotionally. Ask your loved one, how are you feeling, really? Dialysis isn't just physical, it's mentally exhausting. Just being present and listening can lift their entire day. Also, stay alert for warning signs. Chest pain, shortness of breath, swelling, confusion, sudden fatigue. If something feels wrong, trust your gut and call the clinic. And finally, take care of you. Whether it's a short walk, a hot coffee, 10 minutes with a book, or just sitting in silence. Give yourself permission to pause. Because a strong caregiver helps build a stronger recovery. This is your checklist, your toolkit, your rhythm. You're not just managing care, you're giving someone the gift of life, one day at a time. Before we end this video, we want to pause and speak directly to you. Thank you, truly. You may not wear scrubs or have a medical degree, but what you're doing is nothing short of life-saving. Your care, your patience, your love, it makes a huge difference. Every time you prepare a kidney-safe meal, check an access site, or gently encourage your loved one to keep going. You're not just helping them survive. You're helping them live longer, and live better. And we want you to remember this. Never underestimate your impact. You may not always see results right away, but every small act of support adds up to something powerful. And if you ever feel tired, overwhelmed, or alone, please know, you're not. This community is here for you. We're in this together, one dialysis day at a time. So if this video helped you, inspired you, or reminded you that you matter, like this video, leave us a comment and share your story. Subscribe for more tips, encouragement, and resources for caregivers like you. And finally, We'll leave you with this thought. Remember, the smallest acts of love can lead to the greatest healing. Take care of your loved one, but don't forget to care for yourself, too. We see you, we appreciate you, and we'll be right here, every step of the way. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.